Charlie, what a win. Can you talk us through it?
Yeah, I mean, I've just said it in the huddle there at the end. It's probably one of our biggest wins, probably as coach and staff at Tier 3. I think said prior to the game how good Oxford are and have been for years. Even their results, obviously they don't concede many goals this year, and I mean, we set out a game plan. We look at their obviously shape. We look at how we can hurt them, and I thought the first half we were phenomenal. I think the use of the ball was really good. I thought our intensity to our press was excellent, and then we probably had 3 or 4 moments in that half. Obviously the 3 goals, and I think So's header from a set piece, but both strikes from obviously his, and then So's one were incredibly ruthless. So ticked a lot of boxes, but we said in there at half time that 3-0, it's one of those score lines. If they go and get the next goal, momentum shifts. So I thought we managed the second half of the game superbly, got the 4th. Disappointing one to concede at the end because I felt we deserved to hold out a clean sheet. But no, all in all, incredibly proud of what they've shown today. And we just said that's now minimum standards of what we show in this league.
And what do you think the key to that first half performance was, especially tactically, in the way you sort of blew them away?
I think maybe took them a little bit by surprise, maybe. It was just more so of knowing and executing that they obviously played a different shape that we haven't faced this season so far. But we felt we could be really, really brave. I think a couple of weeks ago, we've obviously started to build this relationship with the back four. We know Scar's her speed. We know Sophie Barron's how quick she is, that they can be really front-footed and aggressive. And then I thought the front three just made it so hard for them to use the ball. And then the midfield got our shape right, and then the far side winger would tuck over when they'd look to build and create an overload centrally. So everything we asked of them, they got right. And it's nice to have days like that because it doesn't always work out like that. But then, yeah, to take your moments, there's been a couple of moments we felt like Lewis we got right, but then we're still 0-0 or 1-0 down, sorry, at half time we hadn't scored. Today we got it right, but also at the top end of the pitch we're incredibly ruthless.
So how impressed were you with the energy levels? Because you kept going for the 90 minutes, didn't you?
Yeah, and we were kind of saying that on the bench. We thought it might flag, or we thought it might drop off. But actually, we didn't really need to make changes too early on, because I felt the 11 that started kept giving, and then it was about those obviously players to come out there and continue that, and which they did. So yeah, incredibly pleased with the group. I said in there that's 5 wins from 7 in all competitions. So it's actually a really positive start. We probably had one little blip, that one against Cheltenham here, but now we're back in obviously League Cup action next week to make sure we get top spot in that. But we can enjoy it this evening because I think they deserve that, and I think a lot of the crowd supporting here today see the levels we played at.
And so Macy Hurd is back in the squad today. How important will she be for the rest of the season?
Yeah, look, I said to her, I had caught up with her Friday, it's sometimes you look at football about winning and losing games of football, but I think she's had 2 months, she's had operations, she's been there the cold nights doing her rehab, and I said you just got to celebrate almost those small wins, and sometimes that is just being part of the squad again. No doubt she'll get some minutes again on the pitch, and that's the next kind of stage she wants to get to, and we'll celebrate that again. I know the girls were absolutely buzzing for her as soon as they saw her back in the squad, so credit goes to obviously Beth, Al and Macy herself to keep sticking out and putting that hard work in kind of month on month to get herself back on the team sheet.
Thanks, Charlie.